Hey guys, I'm Lou, and in today's video I will be reviewing Patron Saints of Nothing by Ribay. An advanced reader copy was provided to me by the publisher via NetGalley, and the book comes out on the 27th of June in the UK. I would really recommend everyone watching this video to go and read that book because honestly it's great. Spoiler for the rest of this review. This review will be spoiler free. Let me read to you guys the synopsis that I read when I came across this book. A powerful, coming-of-age story about grief, guilt, and the risks a Filipino-American teenager takes to uncover the truth about his cousin's murder. When Jay Riguero hears of his cousin's June's death, everything changes. Although years have passed since they were last in contact, the stories about June just don't fit with the boy Jay knew. Hoping to uncover the truth, Jay travels to June's home in the Philippines, but shocking realities of life there lead to even more questions. Can Jay find the answers he seeks? When I was searching through NetGalley, the cover really drew me in. The cover is so beautifully done, and I think it will draw in a lot of people, which I really hope that it does because so many people need to read this book. It's so great. And then after I moved on from the cover and read actually what the story was about, I don't think I've ever hit the request button faster, and I was so happy to find out that I've been approved. I literally started reading that book instantly. The fact that the story is based on a Filipino-American trying to find out the truth about his cousin's death really intrigued me, and I love books with Asian representation, and this book had so much of it, and not just Asian representation as well. I love it so much. The writing of the book was beautifully done. I like the use of the letters in the book. What happens is that in the beginning of the story, Jay is rereading some of the letters that June sent to him, and from that we can see what June was like when he was a child, and I really like the use of that narrative. And I also like the fact that that wasn't used constantly throughout. It only happened until Jay reached the Philippines, and then it switched to a different tactic of finding out what Jay was like up until his death through using the clues that he left behind. It made us see June as like a almost wholesome character, like we knew him as a child and then we knew him up until his death. It was a really well done way because it made me as a reader really connect with June even though we're never actually introduced to him. What I really love about the story is that we are essentially Jay. In the beginning we know nothing of what's happening in the Philippines. We learn the truth as he learns it. Unless you are knowledgeable on world politics like his friend Seth, we grow as Jay grows. Also, in addition to the Asian representation, there's also two female couples. One couple is two of Jay's aunties and they are far more prominent than the other couple, but I just loved how they were shown to be normal in this story. There was no focus on it, it was normal, and I loved it. We need more representation like that in the book. In regards to the plot, it did start off slow. It isn't until Jay learns of June's death that the plot quickens and the story grips you, but that happens quite quickly because that is the main storyline. For me, what really gripped me was when Jay landed in the Philippines. That was when the story really kicked off, and that's where it started to feel like an investigation into the mystery surrounding June's death. And I knew that I was going to finish this book no matter what because it just was so good. It was so interesting. I actually ended up finishing the story a lot faster than I initially anticipated. I ended up reading like 80% of the book in 2 reading sessions. It was just so good and the pages flew by, and before I knew it I was at the end. The mystery surrounding June's death was also incredibly well done. There's a conflict between Jay wanting to find out the truth, June's family hiding the truth, and the government killing all people associated with drugs. It works really well together to keep me enticed and wanting to find out more. However, whilst in the Philippines, I wouldn't necessarily say have a romance, but he does have a crush on a girl there, and I thought that plotline wasn't necessary, although it didn't take away from the overall story because not a lot of time was spent on it. I just felt like it wasn't needed. The story is being compared to The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, and I think it deserves that comparison. It is such a good book about social injustices, and it's not really a social injustice which you would know about. This book made me think so much because I didn't know about the situation that the Philippines had. This story made me go through the same thoughts and feelings as Jay when he goes through his journey. It's such a thought-provoking book with lots of memorable quotes like "silence will not save you." Overall, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I would highly recommend this book. Once I come back from Korea, this is definitely one of the books that I'm buying first. And I'm definitely going to buy some copies for my Filipino family members for Christmas. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you think you'll pick this book up. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of me, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!